can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel a smile.
Okay, we'd like to welcome Matt Fitzpatrick into the interview room, our 2023 RBC Heritage Champion. Matt, you've won the U.S. Open. Now you have your first non-major on the PGA Tour. Talk a little bit about what it means to do it right here at Hilton Head.
Yeah, I think I can retire now. Yeah, this one is the one that I've always wanted to win. Any golf tournament, you know, other than the majors, of course. You know, there isn't a higher one on my list than to win this one. And that's, you know, that's the truth. My family can tell you that, and my friends can tell you the same thing. This place is just a special place for me, and you know, it means the world to have won it.
You move up to 22 in the FedEx Cup standings and a career high number 8 in the world rankings. Just talk a little bit about what that means as you set your goals for the rest of the season. Yeah,
obviously I felt like I got off to a slow start. Didn't play much in the fall, and you know, this gives me a huge boost. This really, you know, cements my place up there in the top 30 for Tour Championship, and you know, that's the goal, is to always make it there, of course, and as well as, you know, getting as high up on the world rankings as possible. For me, the majors are the goals, and you know, winning tournaments like this is obviously is also the goals. It's, for me, after last year, it's kind of a thing for me just to, you know, play as well as I can each week, and you know, just keep working hard on my game, trying to improve.
All right, we'll go right into questions. Let's go to Ron and then Evan.
Congratulations. Could you just take us through the emotions of the playoff? I mean, the first one, it looks like Jordan's putt has gone in there. Did you sort of have that moment where you felt that, and then to come back and take us through the shot that you hit to win?
Yeah, I felt like, you know, Jordan played really well today. Didn't really hit many bad shots, if any. And I think in the playoff, I felt every putt he hit was going to go in. I think, but I'll be honest, I just feel like that all the time. If you play, I don't play with him much, but he's the person that does that. You know, everyone calls it. They play speed. You know, Jordan Spieth just does different things, and I always had that in the back of my mind. So the putt they hit in the first playoff, obviously, had a very, very good look, and then same with the second hole. And then obviously the third one, it was a perfect number for us, and I just hit a great shot, and you know, to finish where it did, obviously made it a little bit easier.
All right, Evan.
Fitz, is there a sense of validation, sort of validating that US Open victory?
Yes and no, I guess. I don't feel like, you know, I feel like winning the US Open is probably enough, but you know, I'm sure people are going to be like, oh, this golf course suits him perfectly as well, you know, this is, but if you look at my results here, then that's not necessarily the case. I've missed the cut a few times, I've finished middle of the pack a couple times, and I've had some good finishes, so you know, I just feel like I played really well this week, and I felt solid coming in after the weekend of last week, and you know, just took it through into the rest of the week.
You're the second Englishman to win here after Nick Faldo. A, what does that mean to you? And B, when you were coming here as a kid watching the tournament, was that something that you dreamt of, following in his footsteps and winning here?
And as a kid, not really, you know. I always remember coming here and saying to my dad, you know, is Tiger going to be in it here? And my dad was like, oh no, Tiger's not playing this week. And I seem to remember that happening a lot. So it was only ever when I came here, I was always looking for Tiger, but I remember a few guys that you know, when I came here as a kid that I ended up, you know, seeing out there. But to me, just winning this tournament because of the history that me and my family have here is what means the world to me. So you know, that's why this is so special.
All right, let's go to Dale, and then a couple rows back.
Matt, again, a question about two different emotions. On 17, before the playoff, missing that short putt. And then on 18, when you realized how close you were to the pin, walking up to the green during the second 18 playoff.
Sorry, what was the question?
On two different emotions. On 17, before the playoffs, when you missed that putt to take the lead, And on 18, during the second time you played 18 on the playoff, the emotion when you walked up and you saw that the ball was right next to the pin.
Yeah, obviously 17 in regulation. I obviously had a chance there to go one up with one to play, and it was just a really strange putt. I thought I saw it downhill right to left, and Billy thought he saw it pretty straight, and then kind of looking at it, I felt the grain was into out the left, so we kind of went straight, and it moved left to right, so it kind of, Billy was a lot closer than I was, and then in terms of 18, I felt like the shot that I hit was right down it from the moment it left the club face. I thought it was we knew it was the perfect number for the club, and then I knew it was good because my mum and my girlfriend were jumping up and down with their arms in the air, so I knew it must have been decent. So,
All right, let's go right here on the aisle and then over to Jack and Pete.
Again, congrats, Matt. And you mentioned how great this is for you with your family's history here and all the emotions that you've had as a kid. Although it seems like the local favorite was definitely Spieth down the stretch. Seemed like a lot of the crowd was pulling for him, especially on 18, where there were a couple of USA chants that Spieth told to quiet down. Did that out on the course there? Did you take that personal? Did that make the win any better, or is that just part of the game at this point?
It's obviously when you're the underdog or the person that everyone else everyone's not rooting for, it's obviously is a little bit sweeter when you do win. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. But I felt like I had a lot of support out there myself. Obviously the USA and the Spieth chants were louder, but I definitely had support out here, and I felt that because of my connection here. So, but yeah, it was very, very nice to win. Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to Jack and Pete.
Matt, as I'm sure you know, you made the cut here as an amateur back in 2014, and that was your first non-major PGA Tour cut. This is now your first non-major PGA Tour win. Do you find any significance in that it happens here?
Just that it's special, just for what this place means to me, and to achieve both of those things. I had a little bit better weekend this year. I seem to remember that year I ended up playing the weekend with 2 birdies and no bogeys for 36 holes, and yeah, this weekend I had a few more birdies, fortunately. So yeah, it means a lot that this is the place that I managed to pick up.